question everything. So now, out there in New York, these illegal immigrants, these so-called asylum seekers, real illegal immigrants, because the way they came into the country, because that's really what they are. You know what I mean? Asylum seekers be running from catastrophic events happening in their country. They're not. They just leaving their country. And if they was leaving their country over drug dealing, then shit, they should let the Aboriginal Negroes go wherever they need and give them funding to go do that. Because at the end of the day, our communities got flooded with drugs by this system itself. Literally, they actually got documents on how they flooded our community with drugs. Go figure, right? But the asylum seekers is running from the drug cartels, but the drug cartels that flooded our communities with drugs is the system. How do that work? You know, and then if you actually name them, then you know you violating community guidelines and so on. Even though they got documentaries out on how they say they flooded our community with drugs, right? It's amazing how that worked. But this is where we at with illegal immigrants talking about how they supposed to have luxury when they come here and live in luxury hotels out in Manhattan, New York, and all sorts of stuff like that, and how they're denying the makeshift shelters that was set up for them to be able to be on our soil. They're complaining, and the key is the appointed representatives are running around scrambling to meet their needs. That's what really I'm really confused about. It's like we got all these homeless people all up and down our cities all over America, and none of these appointed representatives are scrambling to get them off the streets, spending 20 and 30 and $100 million to do so. But people that don't have no rights here, have no ties to here, have no authority whatsoever in any type of voice of being here in America, are demanding that our tax dollars cater to them in a form of luxury and how they see fit for them to be. Coming from their country where they don't have no demands. They're running from their country. They have nothing to say to their government, to their appointed representatives in their own country that's supposed to support them. But they're out here making our representatives support them. And they're willing to do it on the behalf of you and your tax dollars. With you as the American citizens, we the people having no say over what is happening with all these illegal immigrants coming to the country as well as your communities. How do that make you feel? And what is the gist of this? Did voting get us here? Or did their agendas get us here from the wealthy and rich? These Freemasons and Masons and Illuminated and Deep State and all different types of Satanists, Baphomet, Goat God people. Is these the ones that are pushing all this illegal immigrants into our communities, making sure they're getting funding based off their agendas, have nothing to do with we the people and how the American citizens want things to go, but yet we're voting? How do that work? Here it is. The cost of living, once again, is skyrocketing. But funding that can help the American citizens lower that cost is being given away to foreign affairs and illegal immigrants. Do you think this is being done on purpose to collapse the American dollar as well as to collapse the economy of America? Thus, to start chaos, to bring order out of chaos, to bring martial law in and really quarantine the people as the American citizens? What is really going on? Why would a government prioritize groups of people that are not their citizens over their citizens. Why would they do that? And why the illegal immigrants are not making demands on their country that they're from to better their circumstances in their own country. I just don't get that from nowhere. How do you come to another country and demand that you have some sort of rights on a land that you're not even a part of? A citizenship that you're not even involved in? And how do America bow down to this? I just don't get that. What is the movement from now? If all these extra mouths to feed are all over the country and can't be fed, what is that going to do for the crime? Would they even publicize the illegal immigrants' crimes? Because Aboriginal Negroes are the target market of demonization here in America. So would the press even come out to show you their crimes? Will they even calculate it other than keeping it in the books where most people won't go look? Would it make mainstream news? Or would they keep it hush up like they do the majority of crimes that's going on from the colonizers and many others right now as we speak that's in the country? Because they only publicize the Aboriginal Negroes to make you think that Aboriginal Negroes are the ones doing the most crime in America when we're not. And that's by the ethnic arrest, federal census for ethnic arrest. It shows that we're not. But if you listen to mainstream media, you would think, hey, wow, the Aboriginal Negroes, they're the ones that's doing all the crime in the country. But that's what they want you to think. But now that we got all these new people coming in called asylum seekers, really illegally coming into the country, so they're already telling you they already willing to break your laws coming into the country because they're coming in illegally. What else do you think they would do illegally? Exactly. But at the end of the day, the Senator Rep. Jessica Ramos out there in New York, she said that any type of crime that the asylum seekers, illegal immigrants are doing, that is called survival work. So they even got a term for it that keeps them from being criminals. It's called survival work. Well, these are some of the thoughts that we all need to have. Thus, since we are paying for hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants coming to the country with our tax dollars, as our citizens here in America are homeless and starving and impoverished all around the country. Here it is, the Aboriginal Negroes need reparations. Reparations that should have been paid to their bloodlines a long time ago based off the crimes against humanity that has happened right here in the country where we protest against the system that has oppressed, genocide, and Holocaust us here in America and still keep us under economic oppression right now as we speak. We protest right here where the actual crimes against us are happening right here in the United States. But for some reason, we got illegal immigrants and immigrants who have left their countries where they're struggling and impoverished and have problems at, and came to our country to protest in our country about things that has happened to them in their country that they're not trying to change because they're here in our country complaining to us. How do that work? And how do that even make any logical sense? And why are we footing the bill for them when we need to be footing the bill for our own selves? And how do voting help in this manner if they're not going to listen to the cries of the people? If they're not going to listen to the people and what the people want to be done and just follow their agendas against you as we the people? What is your course of action? What are you supposed to do? For I don't know. And I don't understand. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.